Hello there and welcome to the Worldwide With You channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the country Andorra, or as I like to call it, the Valley of Andorra. But before I get into the video, just a brief introduction. On this channel, we talk about different cultures and different countries. We live for stuff like that. So if you do as well, which it seems as if you like to learn about other cultures and places, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I post videos twice a week on Wednesdays and on Fridays. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the video. A little background before I get into this video. It's actually inspired by my last video that I did, where I shared some countries that in that video I was actually finding out that these countries exist for the first time. One of those countries is Andorra, and after that video I was just so curious about this country. I started for the past week looking into Andorra. The methods that I use to learn about this country are the methods that I shared in my previous videos, which I'll link up above. How do you learn about a culture without traveling there? Well, there's YouTube. You can go online, you can read up on the country. So that is what I've done to prepare for this video, and I'm very excited. After doing all of my research, I feel as if I really know about this country, and I'm going to share everything I've learned with you. Okay, so let's get into the video. The first question is, where is Andorra? I feel as if in my last video I did show a map of Andorra, but for me what really didn't stick out to me and really resonate to me is where really is this country. So this map that I'm going to show next, I think it's a really good visual representation of where Andorra is. As you can see, Andorra is smack dab in the middle between two countries, France and Spain. So actually Andorra, it's between France and Spain, and then also it has this mountain known as the Pyrenees running alongside it. I never actually knew about the Pyrenees. So Andorra, it's in a valley. It's right, the mountains are on both sides and Andorra is in the middle. This was really cool to me. So I saw a lot of images. Anytime you see a picture of Andorra, you'll see these really big and very imposing mountains surrounding Andorra. You're going to learn as I talk more about the country that because of this, where Andorra is located, Andorra actually has a very unique relationship with the countries France and Spain. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you guys the Andorran flag, and there's a reason why I'm showing this. It's a really nice looking flag. As you can see, blue, a very nice yellowish color in the middle and red. Well, I am showing this for a reason. I'm not just showing it for how pretty it looks. It's because in the next slide you'll see that not only is Andorra smack dab in the middle of these other countries, its flag, it's actually also inspired by its location and the relationship that it has with France and Spain. So here is the two flags of France and Spain, and you have baby Andorra in the middle. So France has the blue, the white, the red. Spain has the red and then the yellow. So Andorra has the blue coming from France and then the yellow and the red coming from Spain. And if you look at the emblem in the middle, it looks very similar to the emblem that Spain has. There's videos here on YouTube that goes into the whole history of these countries that will do it a lot more justice than I will. But there's a very deep history, so I would definitely recommend you check that out. I'll link that down below. The next thing that I am going to talk about is also that because of this relationship that France has with Spain and then also Andorra. So Andorra actually at any point in time will have two princes. One of the princes will come from Spain and then one of them will come from France. And for me, the one that was really cool is that whoever the president of France is, he is also the Prince of Andorra at the time. So right now I am now remembering who the president of France is. I can see his face but I can't remember his name. He's also actually the Prince of Andorra. That's pretty cool, right? So I didn't know that at all, and that was something that was very interesting for me to learn. And I believe that on the Spain side, there's like a bishop or some kind of religious figure. Whoever that person is at the time, he will be the Prince of Andorra. And yeah, so the country is very heavily influenced by its relationship with France and Spain. Andorra doesn't have its own airport, so if you want to travel to Andorra, you have to go to either of those two countries and then drive for 3 hours into Andorra. So, and then additionally, the country is actually 4 languages they speak. So they'll speak Catalan is their official language. Catalan is a language that's very similar to Spanish. So you have Catalan, you have Spanish, you have French, and then you have Portuguese. But yeah, I'm just showing some pictures now of the country. As I mentioned earlier, smack dab in the middle of these other two countries, there's big imposing mountains. I mean, this for me just kind of takes my breath away. Just imagine like living in this country and being surrounded by these mountains when you look to your left or to your right. And of course, because they are surrounded by mountains. Okay, so moving on, the next thing that I learned about this country is that they have a really high life expectancy, which is pretty cool. I think one of the highest life expectancies in the world. The next thing is taxes. So Andorra has really, really low taxes compared to France and Spain. So usually tourists from France and Spain, citizens, will come to Andorra to shop for certain goods because it's more cheaper. It's cheaper in Andorra. Actually, one thing I learned in looking into the country is that there's a lot of Spanish YouTubers that move from Spain to Andorra just to take advantage of, the really low taxes. So, Andorra is usually known, it used to be known as a tax haven, and then they changed their laws. But even with the change in laws, the taxes there are pretty low and very, very favorable to some people. So moving on, the next thing I learned about Andorra is actually the similarity that it has to another country that I featured in my last video, where I also featured Andorra, and that country is Liechtenstein. I really hope I'm saying that correctly. But what I learned was that Liechtenstein and Andorra are actually known as Micronations. So that's micronation. I didn't know that there's anything called a micronation. Again, another benefit of learning about other cultures and places. So micronations are really small countries. There's, a couple of them in the world. Of course, I'm going to find out what those countries are and, let you know. So do subscribe. But anyway, Liechtenstein, similar to Andorra, is actually a micronation, and it's surrounded by Switzerland and then Germany. So there's a lot of similarities between Andorra and also Liechtenstein. So I thought that was very, very cool to find out. I'm also going to be doing a video on Liechtenstein, and once I find out, I will definitely come and share everything. So anyways, guys, that's it for me. I just wanted to share the things that I've learned about Andorra. Before I did this video, I knew nothing about Andorra. Didn't even know it was a country. But after spending about a couple of days or so to a week here on YouTube, looking at the videos that I featured in my last video, the links that I included in the description, and then just, letting my curiosity take me where it takes me, I have learned a lot about this country, and I feel as if I really know about this country. And I won't be surprised if I meet someone and they tell me that they're from Andorra. I will be like, oh great, yes, I know that country. So yeah, guys, please do check out my previous video. Please subscribe, and please, I highly encourage you to learn about other countries here on YouTube. Check out the links that I have below. So anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to love you and leave you. I will be posting another video again on Friday. If you like this sort of a content, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and also share this video with your friends and family who you think will also benefit from watching videos such as this ones. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a good day or morning or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Bye.